May 20th, 1892. Dear Martha, all day today I thought about Mama and Pap. Where are they? Maybe they think I'm dead. Maybe they're sick themselves. Maybe they're with the wagon. Why aren't they looking for me? When I woke up from the nap late this afternoon, a girl in the next row came over. She said, "They came while you were asleep. I heard them say something about an orphanage." I said, "I'm not an orphan. My parents are alive." She looked puzzled. "Didn't they tell you your parents are dead?" I said, "Yes, but that's because they don't know about the other Bodains. We met some people not too long ago. They were named Bodain too, and they were traveling with a wagon train." She said, "Some other Bodains?" I said, "And I saw a redbird, a cardinal, and his mate. They came to my pallet and sang to me. 'This is Mama's favorite bird. I think Mama and Pap are alive.'" She made a face. "You saw a redbird and now you think your mama's alive?" I said, "I know it sounds crazy." I looked at her. "Do you think it sounds crazy?" She said, "Yes, it sounds crazy." She smiled. "But yes, they might be alive. There's a chance. But if you want to go while the getting's good, if you don't want to end up in an orphanage, you better get out of here soon. They come and take children away when they haven't got any folks." "Great buckets of butter beans." She said, "Hold on," and was gone for a few minutes. When she came back, she handed me a little bundle tied with a bandana. I said, "What's this?" She said, "I scrounged a few things from here and there. Some of these folks aren't going to make it, and where they're going, they won't need it. This should do you for today." I said, "Thanks." She said, "Mrs. Plum and her helpers are getting ready to serve supper. This would be a good time to hit the road and not be seen. Go on. If anyone asks, I'll cover for you." It felt strange just to walk away from the quarantine area and the lady who had helped me. I had nothing but the clothes on my back and a simple bundle wrapped in a bandana. Where would I go? Where would I sleep? How would I find my parents? I felt helpless and more alone than ever in my life. I trembled from head to toe. Then Miss Melman's words came to me. "I know you, Teddy Bodain, and you will find a way." You will find a way. You will find a way. The sun was setting. I walked quickly out from under the trees across the field to the lane in front of the big house. I walked and walked, following the road. It led to the edge of town, and I began to see more houses. One of them had a hammock in the backyard. The light was fading, so I don't think anyone saw me. Here in the hammock, I opened the bandana. There was an apple, a ham sandwich, and a boiled egg. I am so hungry I could eat a buttered skunk. I thought about the girl who gave it to me. She helped me, and I don't even know her name. Love, Teddy. May 21st, 1892. Dear Martha, today I found out by listening to the other people's conversation that there is another quarantine station 2 miles out on the other side of town. Mama and Pap might be there. As I walked through the town, my stomach was growling. I ate all my food last night. I should have saved something for breakfast. I walked past houses and smelled coffee and frying bacon. I passed a fruit stand. There were oranges, sweet, juicy oranges. I passed a bakery, and the smell almost knocked me out of my shoes. The window was filled with rolls and loaves of bread and buns. I didn't have any money, but I was so hungry I stopped in. I asked the baker, "Sir, do you have any deliveries I could make? You wouldn't have to pay me in money. All I need is a slice of bread." He said, "Sorry, we have a delivery boy." I said, "Thank you anyway. I was going to the other side of town, so I just thought I'd ask." As I was leaving, he called, "Well, it might make a good impression on Mrs. Jerkins if I got her bread to her a little early. The delivery boy was late yesterday." He handed me 2 loaves wrapped in white paper and tied with string. He said, "And this is for you." He folded down the top of a paper sack and handed it to me. I said, "Thank you," and started to leave. He said, Mrs. Jenkins is the last house on this road before you leave town. Big white house with green shutters. He looked me over with his glasses. I hope I'm making a good decision to trust you. You won't eat Mrs. Jenkins' bread, will you? I said, no, sir, I'm trustworthy. When I got to Mrs. Jenkins' house, she tipped me for delivering the bread. I didn't want to take it, but she said, nonsense. I tip Jack Taylor, and he's always late. She gave me bread. I didn't want to take it, but she said, nonsense. I tip Jack Taylor, and he's always late. She gave me 2 cents. I tied them in my bandana. 2 cents will buy some food. 2 cents, all I have to my name. I had to walk slow because I am weak from having yellow fever. But all the walking I've done these past weeks on the trip has strengthened my legs. I got to the quarantine camp and went to see the clerk. I said, I am looking for my parents, Dalton Luke Bodain and Grace Allen Bodain. He checked his list, just like the other clerk had done, and said, no, sorry, no Bodains. We have a Bordeaux and 2 Bordens, but no Bodains. I asked him if I could look for folks from our wagon train to see if they had any news about Mama and Pap. I told them I had already had the fever and was over it. Otherwise, he wouldn't have let me in. He said, you may look for 15 minutes. These are fever victims, and they need their rest. I looked up and down the rows. I spotted Mr. Lowe, Jasper's father. He was very, very weak and very sick. I think they took your Pap over to quarantine 1, he said. I don't know about your mama. I said, where is everyone else from our train? The captain, Miss Melman. He said, don't know, been sick for a week. I said, where is our wagon train? He said, 3 miles east of here. But if there's no one living in your wagon, it's likely to have been impounded. I heard talk of it today. Yep, you better head east if you want the train. The sun rises in the east and sets in the west. Mama said. I started walking east. As I walked, I opened the bag the baker had given me, hungry for a slice of bread. But instead of the bread slice, there were 3 jelly donuts. I never had a jelly donut before, but if I live long enough, I'm going to eat 10,000 more.